welcome back to another vlog. If you're new here, hi, I'm Gracie. I film weekly in my life, like week in my life. That's what I've been doing. Basically, that's what the majority of my content is, or has been at least. I also film reading and writing vlogs, or at the very least try to. So yeah, I'm gonna try to do more of reading and writing vlogs. So on one day that I don't, like one weekend that I'm not doing anything, I'll hopefully be like one day, like one weekend, I'll hopefully do a reading vlog, like a one day reading vlog, or like a weekend reading vlog. It's be the same thing for writing, like a one day writing vlog or like a weekend writing vlog. Just to be able to have that in there, because that's the content I want to make. But I've been doing a lot of college vlogs lately because I'm currently a sophomore at Winthrop University in South Carolina. I'm a social studies, history major with a secondary education minor, but here at Winthrop we like to combine whatever our major is with our minor. Like for me, it'll be social studies education, because it's just easier to say and it's less of a mouthful than saying that I'm a social studies, that I'm a history major with a secondary education minor. And it's like that just within our education, sports, and health department. Because that's the new title for the College of Education, Sports, and for the College of Education. For us to call that Education, Sports, and Health. Yeah. So yeah. But if y'all do want to see, like, not really see, but if y'all want me to like sit down and talk about specifically like how I survived college, with me be finishing up with this being my last semester as an undergrad, not as an undergrad, as a lower classman before I become an upperclassman. I can show y'all what not tips and tricks, but like what I've learned over the past 4 semesters. From what I've learned, at least over the past 3 semesters, because it's only been a week since the semester started. Yeah, and I can do that if I want me to, or I can like incorporate it in a vlog one day. So if y'all want to see something like that, where it's just like how I've survived almost 4 semesters of college, just comment down that below, and I could make a video out of that. Yeah, or if you just want to see it like in a weekly vlog, just let me know. So yeah, and as being said, I'm about to read, because if y'all don't know, or if this is the very first vlog of mine y'all are watching, I came back last Saturday. What was that Saturday's date? The 11th. I came back January 11th. I got back here around that afternoon, and decided that I was gonna read to be able to like start a habit of reading every night. Because I started reading this very well-known series across BookTube, Bookstagram, and BookTok, known as A Court of Thorns and Roses, or ACOTAR for short. I got it about a year ago this month. I can't believe that's been a year since I've had it. Since I've had the series. Absolutely love it, by the way. I do highly recommend reading it. If y'all want to read a romantasy, which is a romance fantasy, that has sweat in it, or if you like read series that are similar to it, I highly recommend reading it, along with the author's other books, even though I haven't read them yet. So yeah. I've got it about a year ago. Took me a little bit to get through the first read through, but I was able to finish it whenever, like the first or second week of June. Stayed up till 2 a.m. the last day I read it, and finished it, and then I was done by the whole series by the end of July. like around the end of July, beginning of July, August, whenever I was coming home from Indiana, which is where my stepmom's family's at. Started the reread, my second reread of the series. Finished ACOTAR Record Guns N' Roses, which is the first book in the series, which is also the name of the series. Within like a week, stayed up until I think 2 a.m. Then started book 2, which was slow. Got about maybe halfway through before I like would barely read a chapter out of it, or at the very least a chapter here and there. And then during the last 2 days of 2024, I read 2 chapters both of those days on the 30th and 31st, and then I barely picked it up from January 1st to last Saturday, whenever I picked the series back up. Whenever I picked up A Court of Mist and Fury, which is the second book. And then I finished it by, and then I finished it since I spent hours, since it was a Saturday, and I finished it last Sunday. So I spent both of those days finishing it, and I managed to finish it, obviously, because I am currently in A Quarter in Wings and Ruin, which is the 3rd book in the series. Let me pick it up real quick since I have it out. I have 2 different copies. I have the paperback copy and the hard copy. The disc back sticks off of it, but it's A Quarter of Wings and Ruin. It is a thick book. Like the 2nd, 3rd, and 5th book are thick. I tell you, thick. But I am at the beginning of chapter 24, which in the hardcover is on page 244, which is where this blue note card is, which is also my annotation guide, where this white one is. I don't know if you can see it or not. I started this new thing wherever I was reading it, since I'm trying to use a bullet journal this year. I'm wanting to this year, because the past few times I've used a bullet journal, I've never used it. So I'm doing like a yearly theme instead of a monthly theme. Well, in 2023 I did a yearly theme, where it was musicals, like Broadway musicals. I didn't do a bullet journal last year, but I did actually, but I was never really kept up with it much at all. And I'm using the same journal that I used last year for it, since I barely used any of it last year. So I'm using the same bullet journal for this year's bullet journal, which this year's bullet journal theme is, like the monthly themes at least, is all ACOTAR. But for the yearly spreads, there's like kinda ACOTAR-ish, like fantasy, more of like a cozy fantasy type deal. So yeah, so that's what I've been reading lately, if y'all were wondering, and since I was on the topic of books and whatnot. So yeah, I'm gonna stop yapping since this intro is almost, it's like 8.5 minutes long, a little over that. So yeah, I'm gonna try to update on my reading before I go to bed, and like, I don't even know what time it is, to be honest with you. I'm gonna see what time it is real quick. I'm gonna go over here since my laptop's over here. It is currently 8:40, so by 10:30, so in like an hour, so like an hour and 50. I'll update you on my reading. But well, except for Friday and Saturday this past week, because every day between the 11th and the 16th of this month, obviously, I've read like 4 or 5 chapters at a time. But then on Friday and Saturday, it was like barely it was like a chapter or 2, maybe 3. Like, it was less than 3 chapters under that. And then yesterday I read about also 3-ish. Yeah, about 3. But all the chapters are kind of long, kind of not, depending on the chapter. But I told myself that I wanted to get to the if you've read ACOTAR before, or if you're reading for the first time but you're in a later book, or in the, or has finished the first 3 books, and you're either in the novella or you're in not Silver Flames, or if you're in Frost and Starlight or Silver Flames, you'll know what I'm talking about. I want to get to the High Lord meeting, which is finalized, or if you're at least past the part where you in Wings Are Wind where they talk about where the characters talk about doing a High Lord meeting, you'll know what I'm talking about. I want to get at least right to when the chapter starts in the High Lord meeting, or past the High Lord meeting at some point this week. It probably won't be tonight because it's like, I think in the 40 chapters, and like the chapter were from between 40 and 50 in one of those chapters, I think. So it probably ain't gonna be tonight whenever I get to it, but I'm hoping it'll be this weekend or maybe even next weekend. If I get all my homework done by this weekend, I'm hoping to get all of my, because if I can be able to get all of my schoolwork done this weekend, I'm hoping to be able to get to the High Lord meeting, like stay up later than I want, or like read chapters at a time to get up to that point, or like read earlier and whatnot. So yeah, I'm gonna stop yapping now. I'm supposed to do whenever I hit 8.5 minutes, so we're currently over 11.5 minutes, so I stopped yapping now. So yeah, I'll see y'all. If I update y'all about my reading, I'll see y'all then. If not, it'll be tomorrow, whenever I see y'all. So yeah, so just like keep watching, obviously. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below what I've mentioned earlier about videos, and also do the same thing at the end of what other videos you want to see. So yeah, I'm gonna stop yapping now. I'm supposed to do this twice already. I'm gonna stop yapping now and get to reading. I'll see y'all hopefully whenever I update y'all about my reading. I'll do it in whatever 8. This is the last thing I'm gonna say. I'll maybe update y'all at 9:30, and then I'm gonna update y'all before I go to bed. Try to at least. But I'm gonna also try to update y'all at 9:30 about the halfway point. So yeah, see y'all in the next update. Yes. So yeah, I have y'all literally right now. I don't have y'all on my tripod. It's currently 9:24 right now, so it's been about 30-40 minutes since I last updated y'all, and since I last did the intro. I'm currently in the middle of chapter 27. Let me see where I'm at. Yeah, I'm currently in the middle of chapter 27. I just passed the part where they got back to Villaris from Haven City, / the Court of Nightmares. Well, mainly the Court of Nightmares, really. I'm at, right now, currently the scene where Amarin finally finds out that Cassian and Farah went to the prison because they were talking about the Ouroboros mirror that Kara has that he gave to Farah. I was about to say they willingly gave to Farah, but gifted it to her as a maiden gift since Farah has accepted the bond and they're together now. But yeah, if you've read the series, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't read the series, you probably don't know what I'm talking about. If y'all want, y'all can skip it. Skip all the scenes all the clips that I talk about ACOTAR. Unless you just want to hear all the spoilers I say, even though it's not going to be much at all. Anyway, so I stopped it because I was drinking milk earlier, and I just now finished it. And I do clean the cup out. Like, I did that with my coffee cup too, because I haven't done that yet, and I still has coffee in it. But I'll do that probably right before I go to bed. So I have about almost an hour until I need to go to bed. So I'll read for that hour, and then I'll get to bed. I want to obviously finish chapter 27 and then maybe try to get to chapter 30. Because the High Lord meeting is in between chapter 40 and 50. I'll wait till later on to read it, get to it. But if the High Lord meeting starts in chapter 30, I'm gonna keep reading until I get to the end of the High Lord meeting, no matter how many chapters it is. And even if I go past the time that I need to go to bed, which is at 10:30. Every time I talk, I keep looking at my 2 front teeth, and they look a little weird. So, anyway, so that's my little update right now. If you have not read Akatar, and you've been thinking about reading it, I highly recommend reading it. It is a really good book. It's been my personality for the past year, and you may or may not get stuck in the whole universe, the whole SJM universe. SJM is short for the author's initials, but if you do read Akatar, you might get stuck in the whole universe. I have thrown a glass. I bought myself throwing a glass for Christmas, like at the beginning of Christmas break, and I ordered Assassin's Blade, and it's will be in here tomorrow, along with more sticky tabs, because I'm just kind of starting to run out a little bit, and I needed more anyway. So yeah, wasted some money on that, which is not that expensive at all on Amazon for books, because Assassin's Blade, because each book in the Throne of Glass series is $10 or less a book, which ain't that bad than having to go to a Books A Million or Barnes & Noble or like somewhere that has books, to where you have to pay $15 or more a book, more for if you get the whole like a box set, or like if you buy the whole series as a whole. If the book is that you want to get is in a series and you want to get the whole series. So anyway, I'll stop yapping now, and I'm gonna get back to reading. I'll, like I said in the intro, I'll try to update y'all again before I go to bed, to give you a little update on my reading and whatnot. So yeah. But if I don't update y'all at 10:30, if I don't update y'all at 10:30, I'll see y'all tomorrow. So yeah, so that was my little update and my little rant. So I'll see y'all hopefully whenever I update y'all in about an hour. Hi guys, so I'm coming back to update. So after I updated y'all, I talked to my aunt for like 20 minutes. And then I FaceTimed my grandma and talked to her. And then I sat on my phone until about 10:10, I think. Till between 10:10 and 10:20. And then I finished chapter 27. And then started chapter 28, but ended up going back to the beginning of chapter 28 because I didn't want to stop in the middle of the chapter. So then I updated my page update thingy, my page tracker. I've read 40 something chapters today, like 47 I think. That's what I got. That's how many pages I read. More than I think yesterday. So I'm hoping to read more tomorrow without getting distracted, because I've been getting distracted while I was reading in the past few days, between I think last Thursday or Friday and tonight. So yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Then whenever see y'all next. Hi guys, try not to talk too loud because it's only 8 o'clock, specifically 8:04. I got up about 14 minutes ago at 7:50. So I'm gonna kind of try to show y'all what I got on. I have this blue cropped sweater on, and then these dark blue jeans that I have rolled up. The bottoms rolled up because of how long they are. I don't know what shoes I'm gonna wear yet, but I'm I'm gonna wear my Valaris pullover, which is what I've always been wearing in my videos lately. And I got this black winter coat on Sunday that I'm gonna wear. So, I don't know if I'm gonna show you the full outfit or not once I have it on. But if I don't, I'll see y'all in the next clip. Hi guys. So it's been a minute since that video. It's been since yesterday, I think. So if you can't tell, I just got out of the shower because I have my hair towel thing on. So if you're watching this and it's currently still snowing, as you're watching this, and you're wondering if it snowed here, yes, it did. It snowed last night. Today is currently Tuesday, January 21st. Yes, it did snow outside if you're wondering. And if you're asking if it's still snowing outside, no, it is not. The snow melted today. It snowed last night, and it snowed for a few hours, and then it had like less than an inch, like half an inch of snow, I think was what we got. It stuck though, but it wasn't enough snow to go outside and make like big enough snowmen and snowballs to go outside and actually play in it. So yeah, so that was the weather for yesterday and today. School classes were not really canceled, but all classes before 10 a.m. were canceled, and all classes after 10 a.m. were moved to being virtual. So all of my classes that I had today, except for my 9:30 a.m. class, was switched over to virtual. So yeah, my phone's about to die, so I'm gonna stop yapping and put my phone on charge. I am about to work on an assignment, so I'll update y'all after that, right before I start reading. So I'll see y'all in the next update. Hey guys, so I'm updating y'all real quick. I just realized that I set the wrong date. Today is Wednesday, January 22nd. It is not Tuesday, it is Wednesday. Messed that up. So it's my bad. It's currently 8:56. I started reading about 26 minutes ago. Right? Yeah, I started reading about 8:30, so it's like 26 minutes ago. So yeah. I'm slowly getting closer to this scene that I really, really want to read in A Quarter of Wings and Ruin. Or like if you hear me say like the last 2-3 words of Wings and Ruin, of A Quarter of Wings and Ruin, and A Quarter of Frost and Starlight, it's because I'm referring to that specific book. Like Wings and Ruin, I'm referring to that, and then Frost and Starlight, I'm referring to that, and then with A Quarter of Silver Flame, since it's 5 words instead of 6, I just go with the last 2 words with that one, with A Quarter of Silver Flames, which is Silver Flames. It's better than having to say like the abbreviation for all the books, and then with Silver Flames, it's not really an abbreviation for that one, because it's only 5 words instead of 6, so I just say Silver Flames, because it makes more sense with that one. And then with the rest of with the first 4 books, it's just easier to say the last 3 words, instead of saying the full title because it's a mouthful, along with the abbreviation. Like with ACOTAR, it makes sense because it's the title of the first book and it's the series. And then with ACOMAF and ACOWAR, it's just easier to say the last 3 words. For me, at least, it is. I don't know about whoever else has read the series before or is currently reading it, if it's easier for y'all to say the abbreviation, the whole title, or the last 3 words in the title, or 2 when you get to Silver Flames. So yeah, I don't even know what chapter I'm in, to be honest. I'm in chapter 30 something of it. Trying to figure out, it's kind of hard to do it one-handed. Like if I had an actual camera, it would be easier. But anyway, I'm in chapter 33 in Wings and Ruin. right when we find out that Elaine, one of Feyre's older sisters, the middle sister, out of the 3 Archer sisters, we find out at the end of chapter 32, beginning of chapter 33, that Elaine is a seer. That's her power since she was turned to High Fae at the end of Mist and Fury, which was book 2 in the series, which is the second book in the series. So yeah, but I'm kind of also contemplating on starting Throne of Glass as well, since I have Assassin's Blade and Throne of Glass. But I know that I want to read another way that I want to read the Throne of Glass series. I don't know if I've already mentioned it or not, but I want to start off with Assassin's Blade, because that's the way that, because I've heard that's the one way you can read it, because you'll get like a lot of spoilers out of it. Like if you read it fourth in the series, like the romantic way, with the romantic list instead of like the purist list, which puts Assassin's Blade first, like as the first read instead of the fourth, as the first book to read in the series instead of the fourth book to read in the series, if that makes any sense. I don't know if I want to start it as well and like read that like during the day, and then at ACOTAR series during the week at night. But if I do that, it'll probably be easier, because then I can leave. Well, I'll still bring them anyway. Both of them anyway, at least, and then maybe. And then, yeah, I don't know. Contemplating on doing that, reading Throne of Glass, the Throne of Glass series during the day, like whichever book I'm on in the series during the day, and then Wings and Ruin at night, because or the ACOTAR series at night, which I'm kind of wanting to slow down just a little bit on reading the ACOTAR series, because I want to be able to finish the series as soon as book 6 comes out. But I'll probably end up taking a break from it, like if I finish it by the time I get out for the summer, take a break and whatnot, like especially if I stay up here and work, like up here over the summer, like be an academic assistant, and which I'll be able to do tours over the summer if I do that. So yeah, and then I could like stay up here in my room, whatnot, get paid, and be able to go get like food and whatnot, since nowhere is really going to be open for that. Since nowhere is really going to be open for it, like on campus at least. So yeah, well, it will be during like, it will be at least during, I forget what it's called, during orientation, which we're all, which all rising freshmen, college freshmen, have to go to. Like, you're here for 2 days, well, a day and a half, really. You stay up here overnight unless you live in York County, like within like I think 20-30 minutes, I think. I've been yapping for a minute. I need to get back to reading, so I'm gonna do that, and I'll update y'all. Sorry about. I was just shivered a minute. But anyway, I'll update y'all as soon as right before I go to bed. So yeah, I'll see y'all then. Okay, so this is the third time of me filming this, because my phone said that I don't have any storage. So I went through all the photos and videos I don't want, and went through all the apps I don't use anymore and deleted them. And so anyway, I don't remember the last time I updated. I think it was either earlier this morning or it was last night, I don't remember. But today is Thursday, January 23rd. I've literally just been doing, I've literally just been in class pretty much all day and doing homework with very little reading. I read about maybe a chapter and a half of the Assassin's Blade from Sarah J. Maas's Throne of Glass series. This is her first finished series. Her other two, the other two series that of hers that are not unfinished, is the Akatar series and the Crescent City series. So I've heard like a lot of, it was from like a lot, and also from the reading guide that was made to start off with Assassin's Blade first, because like there's looking well, the reading guide doesn't say this, but from where I've heard it from, I've said to start Assassin's Blade first, because there could potentially be spoilers. Not really potentially, there could be spoilers. There is spoilers from all the people that I heard say recommend whoever's reading who's reading Throne of Glass but doesn't know if they should start off with Throne of Glass itself or Assassin's Blade, and they said to start off with Assassin's Blade because there's spoilers in all the other books. If you read this fourth as like what the romantic list on the reading guide says, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm reading this first. I'm doing the purist list first if you've read the series and went off by the Throne of Glass series and went off by the list. So I'm going to read Assassin's Blade first, and whatnot, and then read, and then just go from that, just go off the purist list. I think I showed it in a video before. I think it was the first video of mine of 2024, not 2024, 2025, I think. So I'll start off, anyway, my point is I'm starting off with Assassin's Blade, which I've already started by these tabs right here. And like I said, that I'm already like about halfway through chapter 2. I was supposed to start reading, I don't even know what time it is. I was supposed to start reading at 8:30. It is currently 9:19, about almost 9:20. So I'll stay up until about 11:30 reading. Like I might get into chapter 4 of this, maybe. If I don't, then I'll start reading a quarter of Wings and Ruin. So what I'm wanting to do, like what else I think it was last night I said this, is that if I start reading Throne of Glass, do it during the day, and then reading Wings and Ruin, and then whichever Akatar book I'm on at night. But I'll probably end up pushing I've been started reading at 8:30, but I might end up pushing it back to 9:30. I'm not 100% sure. I'll probably just keep it at 8:30. I'll probably keep it at 8:30 until I decide otherwise. So yeah, so I'm gonna be reading Assassin's Blade, finishing chapter 2, and maybe read up to the beginning of chapter 5. And then starting Wings and Ruin, and I might end up doing that. And then because my stepmom's supposed to pay me soon, because over Christmas break I cleaned my siblings' rooms. I have a brother and a sister between my stepmom and my dad, so I cleaned their rooms over break because it was messy. And she's waiting until my dad gets paid to PayPal me. So once she does PayPal me, well, Cash App me, because once she does, I'll I'll probably end up ordering the rest of the series, and then figuring out what to put in here, and then make a pile of all the books I want to take home, because I have too many. All of my books that I have with me, I don't know if you can see that or not, but they're on these two shelves right here. Like I have all of my fantasy ones right here. Like that, the Akatar series, Throne of Glass, Fourth Wing, and then Lore of the Wilds. Book 2 is coming out, I think, this summer. Like out on Amazon at least. And then over here, I have my two historical books. Well, one of them being historical fiction and the other not. My one historical fiction book and my other historical book. And then I have 2 murder mysteries. Well, mysteries at least. And then a Disney Twisted Tales book, and then the Infernal Devices series right there, if you can see it. So I don't know if y'all could see that or not, but if y'all did, I at least named out all the books that I have. All of the books that aren't, like the 2 historical books, the 2 mystery books, the 1 Disney Twisted Tales book, and the Infernal Devices series, I am taking home next time I go home. Or at the very least, putting them in a bin and having them on the top of my closet, or just somewhere at least, so they're out of the way. Like, that's what I'm probably going to do with all the other textbooks from last semester as well. Put them in the same bin just so they're out of the way. And so that when I do order the rest of the Throne of Glass series, which I'm hoping to do soon, hopefully after I pay, Mama PayPal's me the $100 or Cash Apps me, whichever one she does it through, I'm gonna be able to have an open shelf for them, and that's where I'm gonna put the whole entire series. But I might end up leaving the 2 historical books, I'm not 100% sure, and maybe one of the mystery books. That's what I'm gonna do, maybe, because I have to switch everything over, like the Throne of Glass series over to the other shelf, because that's where I'm gonna have it. Because all the books I'm not gonna be reading this semester, or what I don't plan to read this semester, I'm gonna have in a bin, like one of these bins that my towels and rags are in. If I can see, that's this one right here. So like that one basically right there, if I can see it. I'm gonna have them in those bins just so they're out of the way. Yeah, y'all get the point. So I'm gonna stop yapping now, and I'm gonna start reading, because I was supposed to start reading almost an hour ago. So I'll see y'all once I get done reading, either once I get done reading or at the halfway point of when I'm gonna, or at the halfway point, I don't know which one yet. So I'll see y'all when I update y'all next. Okay, so I last updated y'all at 9:16. It is currently 9:41. So it's been about over 15 minutes, obviously. 25-ish minutes since the last updated. I did finish chapter 2 of Assassin's Blade, and I also did get all those books that I mentioned earlier put in a bin and put on the top of my closet, because that's where I want them. So that at least they're out of the way. And now I have a new shelf open. But I am gonna still put Throne of Glass on that, like the Throne of Glass series on that, on the top empty shelf now, where all the other books were. And then I'm hoping to take the books that I have, that I put away, get them taken home, hopefully by spring break, the next month when I go home. I'll probably go home next weekend or the following weekend, I'm not 100% sure. And then once I do go home, on whatever weekend I do go home, I'll take those books with me, but I'll probably end up putting them out in my car, maybe, and then I don't want to do that. Probably I'll probably set them out somewhere in my room, just so they're at least out of the way, and then so I know I need to take them home. But right now they're on top of my closet. But like I said, I finished chapter 2 of Assassin's Blade, and I'm about to start reading Wings and Ruin, which is, I have it short for, which I started calling it that, about a couple weeks, like the first week back, for like the first weekend whenever I got back from Christmas break, on January 11th, which will be 2 weeks ago on Saturday. It's about to say tomorrow, but I wasn't here 2 weeks ago tomorrow. But it'll be 2 weeks ago on Saturday whenever I started calling all the books in the ACOTAR series by the last three letters, first 4 books of the series by the last 3 words, and Silver Flames by the last 2 words. I explained that in an earlier clip. So yeah, I'm about to start reading Wings and Ruin. If you still don't know what I'm talking about after me explaining it a couple clips ago, it's short for A Court of Wings and Ruin. Instead of saying the abbreviation or the whole title, I just say the last 3 letters of the title, and that's like that for the first 4 books in the series. So with ACOTAR, the first book, A Court of Thorns and Roses, instead of saying ACOTAR, the whole title, I just say Thorns and Roses. And then with ACOMAF, A Court of Mist and Fury, I just say Mist and Fury. And then with ACOWAR, which is the book I'm currently reading, which is also short for A Court of Wings and Ruin, I just say Wings and Ruin. And then with ACOFAS, A Court of Frost and Starlight, I just say Frost and Starlight. And then with I have not been able to speak at all today. Well, I have been able to, it's just that it's been, a lot of mistakes have been happening every time I speak. But anyway, with the Court of Silver Flames, there's not really a short abbreviation. There's not really an abbreviation for that, because it's only 5 words instead of 6. I just say Silver Flames because it's easier than having to say the whole title, and it's less of a mouthful by saying the last 2 and 3 letters, depending on the book. So yeah, I'm gonna get to reading Wings and Ruin, and I'll update y'all probably from my laptop. Maybe, I don't know. I'll update y'all about it once, right before I go to bed, and depending on where I get up to in here. But I at least want to get up to the start of the High Lord meeting, and I've been saying that for the past like week now. Ever since I started reading this, because I finished Mist and Fury on January 12th. If you didn't see my TikTok or Instagram, if I posted it to my Instagram, I posted a video of me bawling my eyes out after finishing Mist and Fury, because in the very last scenes, the last scene before, because it's the breaking of the mating bond scene, if you know what I'm talking about, where Feyre begs the King of Hybern to break the bond, which is impossible to do, especially since Feyre was sworn in as High Lady the night before. So yeah, I bawled my eyes out there. I did not do that the first time. I am more than less gonna do it again whenever Rhys, bawl my eyes out again when Rhys dies later on in Wings and Ruin. If you have not read the series, or you're currently in Wings and Ruin and haven't gotten to that part yet, to the part where Rhys dies, you didn't hear anything from me. That was just a mini spoiler for anybody who has never read the ACOTAR series, or is currently reading the ACOTAR series and hasn't made it to that part yet. Like, it's your first time reading and haven't gotten to that part yet. And there's one other scene that I'm not looking forward to. If you know what that is, it's at the end of Court of Silver Flames. If you've read the series and you know what I'm talking about, then you know exactly what scene I'm talking about. If you've read it multiple times, or if you've read it through and you can't figure out if you want to start it back again, or if you've read it once and you couldn't figure out if you wanted to pick it back up or not, you know what scene I'm talking about. And it goes for all the people who's watching this, who's read the ACOTAR series multiple times. So yeah, I'm gonna shut my mouth now, and I'm gonna get back. Okay, so I'm filming from my laptop now. I just got another notification on my phone saying that my storage is that much storage. So I'm just updating y'all on here. While I'm about to airdrop those 2 clips to my laptop, so that I can edit, so I can be able to add them to the iMovie, since I edit all my videos in iMovie, like for YouTube at least. So yeah, I forgot what I was about to say. So like I ended the last clip by saying I'm gonna shut my mouth now. I'm gonna get to reading, and I'm pretty much gonna just try to update y'all, and like after I get done reading, because I'm gotta be done, because my alarm for me to go to bed goes off in 40 minutes. Yes, I do have an alarm to tell me to get to bed. It's because if I don't, then I'm gonna stay up late, and I don't want to do that, and I'm trying to be better than last semester. So yeah, I'm gonna stop yapping now, and I'm gonna get those 2 clips airdropped to my laptop so I can edit the vlog, hopefully right as soon as I get the notification saying that they've been airdropped to my laptop. So yeah, I'll see y'all hopefully whenever I update. I'll probably end up just filming from here, just so it'll help a little bit and whatnot. So yeah, but I'll probably also go through my phone a little bit as well. Probably after I read, either before or after I read, go through my phone and just like delete apps that I know I don't use anymore. So yeah, I'll see y'all whenever I'm able to update. So I'm back. I am filming with my phone now, which is why it probably has better quality than my laptop. I stopped at the beginning of chapter 42 in Wings and Ruin, because my stomach decided to start dying, so I had to go to the bathroom and whatnot. So it's at right as they leave for the High Lord meeting at the end of chapter 41, beginning of chapter 42. So I'm gonna keep, depending on how long the High Lord meeting, how many chapters of the High Lord meeting it lasts. I don't know how long it lasts, so I'm gonna just like read for as long as I can and whatnot. I'll hopefully finish the whole entire High Lord scene, which takes over like I think a few chapters, I don't know how many, but I'm gonna read all the way up until I can get to the end of it. So I'll update y'all once I finish, hopefully once I finish reading the High Lord meeting scene, which will be a minute, so it'll probably be close to like 11:30 when I'll update y'all. But I will see y'all hopefully whenever I update y'all about where I left off at. If not, it'll be tomorrow whenever I see y'all. So it's currently 11:41 right now. My alarm went off at 8:30 for me to go to bed. I'm watching a Charlotte, I can't even tell if I can say that. I'm watching a Charlotte Dobre video right now. I've been watching a Call Me Chris video while I was reading. I was in chapter 40 something the last time I updated y'all, I think. 42, I think it was. I ended at the beginning of chapter 48, which is the last chapter of the High Lord, of that when Feyre Reese in the Inner Circle is in the day court. So yeah, there was a lot of drama that happened, and whatnot. So I'm not gonna say that or anything because I don't want to put any spoilers. Other than that, there was some drama going on and whatnot, and a few things were getting uncovered as well. So yeah. So if you're watching this and you haven't read any Sarah J. Maas book, I highly recommend doing that because they're really good. But anyway, between the 18 pages I read in Assassin's Blade and the 78 pages I read in Wings and Ruin, I read a whopping total of 96 pages. Like, which last time I read a lot. So far the most days that I've read was on January 8th at 101 pages. And today follows up at a close second. So yeah, so that's how many pages I read today. So my plans for tomorrow is to finish all my schoolwork, specifically my education assignment that I'm around over halfway through, along with sociology, and get bio done and hopefully get halfway through with French. So yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow. tomorrow at some point. I don't know when it'll be. I don't know if it'll be tomorrow morning. Whenever. I don't know if it'll be tomorrow morning when I get up. Tomorrow after. Not tomorrow afternoon, that one. After I study or whatnot for a little bit. For tomorrow morning for a little bit. Or tomorrow afternoon. Or even tomorrow night. So, we'll see about that. Um, so I'll see y'all tomorrow at some point because I don't want to say tomorrow morning and then meet out film tomorrow morning. So I just say, so I'm just gonna say at some point tomorrow morning. So yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna stop yapping now. I'm gonna go to bed because it's late. It's almost midnight. So I'll see y'all tomorrow at some point. So it's been a minute. It is currently Saturday, January 25th. As I'm filming this outro. Um, so, um, I did not film any yesterday. Well, it's because I didn't really do much yesterday. Well, it might sound like it, but it's not. Um, I worked on an assignment yesterday, and then I had our first tour of the semester yesterday. If I didn't know, I am an ambassador here at Winthrop, um, or which is also known as a tour guide, but we call ourselves ambassadors. Um, so I had my first tour yesterday, and then I got back and just like chilled and whatnot. Like, well, we'll eat and then came back and just chilled in my room. Um, and then today, well, and then I read last night. And then today I got up early, like around 7 or 8 this morning, because today was our first Saturday visit of the semester, and investors took over, take over our Saturday visits. So that's what I did this morning, and so now I'm editing this week's vlog. I'm filming on my phone right now. Not my phone. I'm filming on my laptop right now. Because I don't like filming on my phone, and because then I'm gonna get distracted if I'm on it. So yeah, I just got like a couple minutes ago. I just got back with my coffee, and I filled my stand up with water. If you keep seeing it again now, I can't tell how old it is. Um, yeah. So yeah. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below what y'all want to see next. Um, this week's coming up week's vlog might be shorter. I'm not 100% sure. If I don't do a weekly vlog like I normally do, I'll probably do like a daily vlog, like a day vlog, or if you know what I'm talking about. Um, or which it'll probably be like with the reading or writing. Yeah, or it's like a day in the life or something. I don't know. I figured it out. Um, y'all will find out eventually, like once it's posted and all that. Um, so don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below what you want to see next. And also follow me on all my social medias at Gracie's Book Nook. It's all lowercase, and there's an underscore in between Gracie's and Book Nook, and there's no apostrophe. So it'll all also be in the description down below. Yeah. I'll see y'all in the next one.